What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Kajagoogoo, as far as I know. Which is to say, the last time I tried to go to this greatest hits album, I realized, after the fact, given people's comments, that it was only a Lamal tune post-Kajagoogoo. And Han Solo pointed out, yeah, sometimes they just lump Lamal tunes in with Kajagoogoo stuff, so yeah, that was an interesting thing to learn after the fact, but I do also have a couple more remixes of The Neverending Story, as well as of the track Giorgio Moroder did with Phil Oakey. So now that that's back in my mind, I'll try to get back and do one of each of those sometime soon. But yeah, ultimately, I believe this is a Kajagoogoo track. Maybe it's a Lamal tune. But yeah, I can't imagine there's too many on the compilation like that. So I'm going to assume this is properly a Kajagoogoo tune, and it's called The Power to Forgive, which, you know, depending on the nature, severity, or consequences of an offense, of a transgression, the amount of fortitude or you know, personal forbearance one would have to endure to forgive them could be more significant or more minimal. But yeah, ultimately, if we're speaking about the power required to forgive someone after some offense, then, you know, on some implicit level, it sounds like the offensive action or statement or whatever the process was is significant, right? Because you wouldn't, if it was just a trifle, if it was just a little like, oh, you dropped that thing on the ground that I didn't really care about and picked it up right away and apologized, yeah, it's fine. No, you know, don't even worry about it. But if it is something that, like, man, it really, like, hurts and it's really bothersome and now I have to do all these things to take care of it, but I'm trying to, like, you know, be a decent moral person and not, you know, hold them over the flame and so on, so, you know what, I can forgive you. But it takes a certain amount of, like, power or you know, acceptance or some degree of strength to do that. So that's where my brain goes with the phrase. Now, it might be utterly unrelated to that understanding of forgiving, or it might be, you know, about the ability to forgive. You know, you can't forgive someone if, you know, whatever has happened has you in a situation where you have no control. You know, it's ultimately up to, you know, whatever the forces are at play. But yeah, so basically this may be utterly unrelated, but it does make me think about that context. So let's find out. This is Kajagoogoo, I think, and The Power to Forgive, a track included on a greatest hits of Kajagoogoo. brain is like, who does this sound like? My brain is like OMD, like, it's giving me the vibes of another group, but I can't place it. Offense was committed because of an ignorance, not malintent. That's fascinating. Like as it's fading, it's doing some really cool, like, you know, atmospheric instrumental stuff, and that fade was a bit cliffside. Nevertheless, a cool tune. I really enjoyed that one, and it was giving me some vintage '80s vibes. It's making me think of like, is it early OMD? Is it early Spandau? Like there was some like feeling that I've gotten in a different deep dive that was, you know, activating during that track. I couldn't quite place it. In the moment, those are like my two best guesses, but either way, I enjoyed the atmosphere of that tune. Again, it had a sort of late night urban feel to it, a bit jazzy, although as it went along, you know, it was a more complex palette than just that opening. So yeah, a cool tune. And again, I don't know if that was like his voice, the lead's voice, which again, I don't even know. You know, I haven't heard Lamal enough. I haven't heard who does the lead like after he left, which in the moment I'm forgetting who that is. But yeah, I enjoyed the vocals, but I'm not sure if it was the same voice being sort of like, you know, rapid fired. It almost like maybe like it's just, you know, he can do that chorus without, you know, any like vocal production, but it ultimately they were so, the lines were like right on the heels of one another. It was like they were overlapping. So I enjoyed the vocals of the track, even though I'm not quite sure what's happening, whether it's, you know, multiple voices, a single voice layered, or just the single voice with like a really rapid, you know, flow through the chorus. And I did enjoy the way the chorus was one of those explosive choruses where, you know, the track's doing its thing, but then when it rolls into the chorus, it kicks into a higher sonic gear. So this felt like a good example of that. Yeah, like I said, I know the Kajagoogoo deep dive has been a bit sporadic. You know, I've forgotten it a couple times, but I am trying to get through this greatest hits compilation. Once again, shout out to Han Solo for sharing it. So yeah, if it goes more than a week or two, you know, just let me know to say, like, hey, just making sure you haven't forgotten, and I will get back to it. So yeah, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.